Namaste, my name is Aditi and welcome to HomeYogi. In today's video, we will be looking at yoga asanas and pranayam technique during the fourth phase of the menstrual cycle, the luteal phase. But before I begin, if you haven't already, please like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel, HomeYogi. The luteal phase is typically day 15 to day 28 in a typical 28-day period cycle. However, the length of this phase varies from person to person. Typically, most women at the beginning of this phase experience high energy levels. So it is recommended to practice certain Hatha flow or heated vinyasa at the start of this phase. Towards the end of this phase, the body is preparing for menstruation again, and some women may experience PMS. So it is beneficial to transition to low impact asanas or gentle asanas or a Yin Flow. We would be looking at the entire Yin Yang sequence in this video. So if you are someone who is towards the end of their luteal phase, I recommend skipping the SURYANAMASKARs in this flow. But if you are someone who is at the start of their luteal phase, please go ahead and follow the video from start to finish. So let's dive in. We're gonna go ahead and lie on our backs. I'm gonna keep the mic on the side so that you guys can hear my cues clearly. Go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees touch the mat and fall out and touch the mat. If your knees cannot touch the mat, don't worry. Just increase the distance between your pelvic floor and your heels. Or you can also grab two blocks and support your knees accordingly. We're going to stay in this pose. This is the reclined bound angle pose, also known as SUPTA Padkonasana. And just bring your arms by your side. Right now, palms facing down, maybe a little farther away from your torso. And close your eyes if that makes you feel comfortable. If not, just keep a gaze, soft gaze. Just take a few deep and even breaths in and out. Go ahead and place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart center. We're going to do some ujjayi breathing or yogic breathing while we remain in this position. So on your next inhale, go ahead and inhale a little, inflating your belly like a balloon. Inhale some more and go up to the ribs. And finally, inhale fully and go up to the base of your throat. And as you exhale, exhale first through the base of the throat, traveling down to the ribs, and finally to the belly as your belly deflates, just deflating that balloon. Let's do this 3 more times. Inhale through the belly, then the ribs, finally the base of the throat. Exhale through the base of the throat, then the ribs, and finally deflating the belly. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands by your side palms facing up. Here, just notice how you feel. How does your breathing feel? Is it shallow? Is it a little deeper? Just stay here for a few more breaths, in and out. Try and breathe towards any tense parts of your body. If you're in the reclined bound angle pose, are your hips really tight? Are you squeezing your butt? Are you tensing your back? Are you tensing your shoulders, your neck? Just try, with every inhale and every exhale, try and release that tension by sending your breath in that area. This is also a good time to set an intention for this practice, an intention that you can carry outside this mat during this phase of your cycle. For bringing more awareness, for bringing more attention to your body, for listening to your body, for listening to your body when it's craving for a good workout, a high energy workout, for listening to your body when it wants you to rest, pause, reset. Just tune in how you feel and be mindful of that intention as we progress through this class today. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and blink your eyes open. Maintain a soft gaze in front of you. Remove any props from your side and extend your legs out. If you want, you can just tap your legs a little bit here. And go ahead and bend your legs and bring your feet hip width apart. Here, if you want, you can just sway side to side. Windshield your knees. And go ahead and first lift one leg at a time. So go ahead and lift your right leg up and do some ankle rotations. So let's just go 5 times clockwise and then 5 times anti-clockwise. We're just warming up our joints. And then bring your right leg down. Bring up your left leg and let's go clockwise, ankle rotation, and anti-clockwise. You don't need to bring your leg straight up. It's okay if you have a little bend in your knee. We're just warming up. Again, sway side to side. Okay, now with your feet hip width apart, try and bring your heels as close to your hip as much as possible. Arms by your side, palms facing down. And with an inhale, lift your hips, lift your chest, and look up. And if there is a space, try and create space between your chest and your chin. So look away. If this is where you can be, that's great. If not, go ahead and roll your shoulders back and clasp your hands and move your hands towards your heels and look up. Breathe here for 2 rounds. And clasp your hands and slowly come all the way down. Now, if this is too much, we can just do a quick flow. So inhale, lift your hips up, lift your chest up, look up. And as you exhale, slowly bring down your hips down. Let's do this 4 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, as you're in the bridge pose, remember that your knees are not falling away. All right, they still need to be in the hip distance apart. Exhale. Believe we have one more. Inhale. Exhale. You can windshield wiper your knees here, or again, bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall out. Just calm down your nervous system there, just as a counter pose. It's always good. This is a back bend, you know, and I know we're starting with the back bend, but this is very good after you do some centering in SUPTA Baddha Konasana. All right, now bend your knees again, hip width apart. This time, lift your right leg up and lift your right hip up here and bring it down. Right, up and down. Let's do this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly bring your right leg down. Let's do this on the other side. Lift your left leg up. You can flex your feet here. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That feels good. Windshield wiper your knees here. Beautiful. Now go ahead and straighten your legs here and give yourself a big hug. Bring your knees to your chest. Maybe roll from side to side. Beautiful. All right, now slowly roll over to your right side for a few breaths. Now extend your top leg here and press into your left hand and prop yourself all the way up. We're going to go ahead and meet in a tabletop position. So if you have a blanket or a towel, go ahead and fold your blanket or towel and place them right under your knees and come into a tabletop position. I'm going to quickly put my mic here. All right. So tabletop position, basically your wrists need to be directly aligned under your shoulders and your knees need to be aligned under your hips. You can tuck in your toes here or you can keep them flat and grounded. A quick yogi tip for your fingers and your wrists. Try and not put all of your pressure on your wrists, all right? Go ahead and bring up your fingers here, spread your fingers, and evenly press through the fingers. So press the mat, all right? So don't press all of your weight on your wrists, but actually press them also on, spread the weight across your fingers. It'll really, really help you with all of your yoga asanas anytime you are on your hands. All right, now we're going to do a few stretches of cat and cow. So as you inhale, lift your chest, tuck in your tailbone here, let your belly drop towards the mat. And as you exhale, round your spine here, tuck. Five more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and come to a neutral spine here. If you want, you can take a quick child's pose. You can bring your big toes to touch. You can widen your knees here, the gap between your knees. Extend your hands in front of you and just rest quickly. Once you're ready, I want you to come back to your tabletop position, and we're going to do a few more rounds of the cat and cow, but this time what we're going to do is we're going to extend our right leg by our side here. So our knees are not bent, our knees are straight, and then extend your right leg by your side, keeping your feet parallel to the long edge of the mat, all right? So your feet is turned in and it's parallel to the long edge of the mat, and extend your leg out. And keeping a neutral spine, let's just do quick cat and cows here. Maybe do 3. Come back to a tabletop and go ahead and do that on the left side. So extend your left leg out. Your feet is parallel to the long edge of the mat, and do 3 rounds of cat and cow. All right, come back. We're gonna come back to a tabletop and bring our right feet out again, keeping it parallel to the long edge of the mat, and we are going to lift our right arm up by our side. So our forearm is parallel to the mat, and we are just going to bring it under our left elbow. So go ahead and extend your left arm in front of you and bring your right arm under your left elbow, threading the needle basically. I know this is a little weird position, but this really helps with stretching and warming up your joints. And slowly come back to tabletop position. Now go ahead and extend a left leg out. And similar thing. Lift your left arm, making it parallel to the mat, and sweep it under your right elbow. Extend your right hand here and thread the needle. And come back to your tabletop. Go ahead, take Balasana. All right, after you're done with your Balasana, let us go ahead and meet in a standing position and have 2 blocks handy. All right, so we make sure you have 2 blocks handy. We're going to do 2 rounds of either SURYANAMASKAR A or SURYANAMASKAR C, whichever is more comfortable for you. SURYANAMASKAR A involves the chaturangas, and SURYANAMASKAR C is the more traditional, which is where you have the knees, chest, and chin to the mat, as opposed to going into a chaturanga. So I will be showing SURYANAMASKAR A. Right, so stand at the top of your mat and take a deep breath in and exhale. And as you inhale, bring your arms overhead and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift with a flat back. Exhale, step or jump to a plank and lower to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Hold for 5 deep breaths. At the end of your 5th breath, look at the space in front of you between your hands and step or jump to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead and up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart in Tadasana. Let's do this one more round. Inhale, arms overhead and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift with a flat back. Exhale, step or jump to a plank and lower to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Stay here for 5 breaths. Here you can walk your dog. After your 5th breath, look at the space in front of you and step or jump to forward fold. Inhale, half lift with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead and up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart, standing in Tadasana. Now, let us go ahead and bring our blocks in front of us. And we're going to start in a supported half lift with our blocks. So make sure you're keeping your blocks vertical and you're in a supported half lift. Now, take a few breaths here, in and out through the nose. Just center yourself a little bit before we start this amazing flow, which requires blocks. All right, now in a supported half lift, go ahead and shift your weight to your left leg. All right, as you inhale and as you exhale, lift your right leg back, making it parallel to the mat. Now, don't open your hip. This is a closed hip pose. We're getting into supported warrior 3. All right, so make sure that your feet are flexed towards the mat. All right, we don't want this, we want this. Now, with control, bend your knee and slowly come up and bring your arms up. Now, cross your leg. So cross your right feet over your left thigh and bend into a squat. Bring your hands to your heart. Now, straighten your standing leg and bring your left hand on the block with support. It's right there. And open up your hip. Look down, come into a half moon with your right arm up. Now, with control, bring your back foot down and come up, bringing your block up, coming into a warrior 2. So make sure that your heels are aligned. So your front heel is in line with the back instep of your back heel. And look across the block. Now come back, bring your block with you, come into a peaceful warrior or a reverse warrior. Now bring your block with you, come all the way down and bring your block in front of your left foot. Place your left hand on your block and sweep your arm down and up, coming into an extended side angle. Look at the bicep, look at your right bicep. Now, bring your block with you again and straighten your front knee and come into a reverse triangle. Now, as you come down, bring the block to the outside of your left foot and come into a triangle, supported triangle with the block. Make sure you're not going this way. You're opening up your hip so your hip is away from your chest and you're looking up. Now bend your knee and bring your block with you again and come into a reverse warrior. Beautiful. Now cartwheel your arms, leave your block on the floor and come to a downward dog. So here, there's an option for you to stay in downward dog or for you to take a vinyasa. If you're taking a vinyasa, go ahead and come to a plank, lower to chaturanga, inhale to up dog, exhale, come back to downward dog. Now slowly look at the space in front of you and step or jump to the front of the mat. Come back into a supported half lift, and we're going to do this on the other side. I'm going to move to this side so that you can see the left side of the sequence. All right, so we are in a supported lift, half lift. Now, inhale and go ahead and shift your weight to your right leg. And as you exhale, kick your left leg back, making it parallel to the mat. Now again, it's very tempting to open the hip like this, but it is a closed hip, and we want the feet to be flexed down towards the mat. All right, now slowly with control, bend your left knee, start coming up, keeping your left knee bent, arms up, you're growing your branches in a tree pose. Go ahead and cross your left leg on your right standing knee and squat. You can bring your hands on your heart center. Now slowly straighten your standing leg. Go ahead and reach the block with your right hand, slowly kicking your left leg back, coming into a half moon. So here you're opening the hip. Raise your left hand up, raise your left leg up. Slowly bring your back foot to the mat. Bring your block with you. Come into a supported warrior two. So bend your front knee. Make sure the front heel is in line with the back and step of the back heel. Send your arms up, open your hips. Make sure you have your block with you. Look through the block. Now reverse warrior with the block. And extended side angle. Bring the block to the inside of the foot. Rest your right leg, the right hand on the block. Sweep your left arm up and look at the left bicep here. Now straighten your knee and come back to, bring your block up, come back to a reverse triangle. Now bring your block down to the outside of the leg, keeping your right leg, right knee straight. Come to a triangle. Beautiful. Bend your knee here, bring the block up, coming to a reverse warrior. Now go ahead and cartwheel your arms down, bring the block down. Stay in downward dog, maybe walk your dog here, or go ahead and take a vinyasa. Let's come to a plank, chaturanga, up dog, and back to downward dog. This feels good. Now slowly, with control, go ahead and go all the way down to the mat, lying on your belly. You can bring your arms by your side. Stay here for a few breaths, in and out, maybe 2 breaths. Now, Make sure your legs are extended. Bring your feet together and go ahead and extend through the grounds of your feet. Go ahead and extend through your crown chakra. Arms by your side. Now, go ahead and lift your head, lift your chest, lift your legs, lift your arms. Your hands can point towards the feet, and take a few breaths in and out here. With control, slowly go all the way down. Maybe go ahead and make a pillow with your arms here and rest your head on your arms. And here you can move your hips side to side or bend your knees and windshield wiper your legs. You're calming the nervous system here again. This is a little intense back bend. Now, if this is enough for you, that is fine. Go ahead and stay in this position with your head down. If not, you can go ahead and take a flow. So again, bring your arms by your side here. Bring your feet together. Extend through the roots of your feet, through the crown chakra, through your head. Inhale, and as you exhale, lift everything. Lift your head, lift your chest, lift your feet, lift your arms, and go down. Let's do this 2 more times. And one last time. Now you can go ahead and come to a child's pose. If you have a bolster, that would be great. If you don't have a bolster, a pillow will also be amazing. So if you have a medium to firm pillow, go ahead and bring your big toes to touch, spread your knees hip width apart, and bring your pillow or your bolster or a couple of blankets right between your thighs here. And slowly just bring your belly, your chest, or your one cheek. It could be left or right, doesn't matter. Bring it all the way down to the bolster or the pillow. Here you have your, feel free to keep your arms however. You can hug your pillow here and just stay here for a couple of breaths, however long your body needs to be. And if one side is too much, you can go ahead and move to the other side. Just turn your head to the other side. And when you're breathing, I encourage you to breathe all the way down to your tailbone, all the way to the back of your thighs, all the way down to your calves. And when you're ready, go ahead and remove all the props that you have and lie on your back. I like to make a little pillow with my blanket for my head. That's an option, not mandatory. Go ahead and lie on your back. Extend your legs out. Now, bend your right knee and with your left arm, go ahead and bring over your right knee over your left leg. Now, the idea is for the right knee to touch the mat, and as you can see in my case, it is not, and that's totally fine. So if you still have that firm pillow or cushion or a bolster next to you, go ahead and bring that and use that as a support. And extend your right arm out, palms facing down. Make sure your shoulder blades are still touching the mat. And get into a nice supine spinal twist. Breathe in and out. If you want a deeper stretch and if it feels good, go ahead and tilt your head towards the extended arm. On your right. Slowly untwist. Straighten your right leg. Go ahead and bend your left leg, and with your right hand, go ahead and bring over your left knee across the right leg and extend your left arm out. Again, you can move your bolster or your pillow for the support to the right side. Just let it support. Obviously, one side is more tight than the other, and that's totally fine. And again, if you want to look in the center, that's fine, or look towards your extended arm. You can keep your eyes closed here, or a soft gaze, or keep it open. Just make sure that both your shoulder blades are touching the mat. Supine spinal twist. It's very good to cool down the body. Very good towards the latter portion of your luteal phase, especially if you're experiencing some PMS. It's very good during that time. Slowly untwist. Go ahead and bring your knees to chest one last time before we get into Shavasana. Maybe rock from side to side. Go ahead and take a happy baby if that's what your body's calling for. And let's prepare for Shavasana. You can extend your legs out, back width apart. Bring your arms away from the torso. Bring your shoulder blades together. Your palms are facing up. Make any minor adjustments here. I like to use the bolster right under my knees to relieve the pressure off of my lower back. So if that is something that you would like, by all means, go ahead and place your bolster or your cushion or your pillow accordingly. And close your eyes and surrender. Stay in Shavasana for as long as you need. Show your body the grace, the respect. Thank your body for carrying you throughout this phase of your cycle, as it is preparing itself for the menstruation again. Slowly mindfully. Go ahead and wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe move your head side to side. Remove any props that you might have used. Bring it to the side. Extend your legs out in front of you. And go ahead and give yourself a big hug. Bring your knees to your chest. Keeping your eyes closed. Go ahead and roll over to your right side. Slowly coming into the fetal position. It's a new you. You have shed away the person you were before you walked on this mat and started this practice. Extend your top leg and with the help of your left hand, prop yourself up. Come into a seated position. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Bring your hands on your thighs or your knees, palms open. Go ahead and bring your hands together and rub your hands, gently and warm. And press your palms gently on your eyes. Let's do this 2 more times. Bring your hands back on your knees. Open your palms facing up. Slowly blink open your eyes. Bring your hands to heart center. Dhanyavad. I hope you found this video helpful. This was the last video of our series that talks about yoga during different phases of the menstrual cycle. Please save all of these videos whenever you need them. We will see you next week on the mat. Till then, stay safe and stay happy. Dhanyavad.